Yeah. I talked to Jason.
All right, so on this case, you're on that, yeah, you're on that side. All right, on Lisa Garza, the last time we were here, the state said there was no surveillance video exists. So now we're here for prior reports. Where are we on that?
Judge, I don't think we've received any of the prior reports, and there's another issue that's come up about the complainant's MR and psychiatric records. And Jason was going to contact the family to see if there's anything to corroborate that, but nothing about the prior reports. And the other issue I wanted to raise, the last 2 or 3 times you've been here, we've requested a hearing to remove the GPS. And to date, I've received no contact from Brothers or Judge Brothers or Judge Naho about a setting. And we emailed both of them about trying to get a hearing on the move.
All right, did you file a motion?
Yes.
All right, could you pull the motion? State, are you ready to have a hearing on the removal of GPS?
I'm sorry, Judge, who's this?
It's Lisa Marie Garza.
Second.
Now, have you had a chance to confer with the state?
We've talked, Judge.
All right, and are you in objection to the removal?
Yes, Your Honor. We haven't conferred on about that motion in particular.
We talked about it before. They just told me they objected to it, so that's.
Well, if you want to talk to him to see if they're still objecting to it.
Jason, you still object?
Sure.
Okay, there we go. Just one moment. Let me find her on our docket sheet. Thank you. All right, so where are we on the prior reports?
So, Judge, I had reached out to the detective for the case, and he did whatever searching capabilities he had on his end. I think he gave a list of potential incidents or something, which I forwarded to Mr. Maurer, asking for which specifics or what he was specifically requesting. And I don't think we've gotten a response from that. So we're still trying to figure out which FAPD numbers he's referring to. Okay.
All right, so now you have those.
I'll make you a copy.
I've got one. So so I can ask him specifically for the reports related to this incident, Your Honor.
All right, now the issue is you're requesting the removal of GPS.
Correct it.
All right, court is calling 2022 CR 9806, State of Texas versus Lisa Marie Garza. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Jordan.
Defense?
Robert Maurer for defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Miss Lisa Garza?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, defense, you filed a motion for removal of GPS.
Yes.
All right, state, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any witnesses, defense?
Judge, I'd like to call Lisa Marie Garza.
Can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record, please.
Lisa Marie Garza.
Proceed.
Defense?
Ms. Garza, you have been on monitor, how long?
Going on a year already?
Okay, have you received any violation reports?
No.
Are you presently working?
Yes.
And if the judge agrees to remove the GPS, will you continue to abide with any no contact order that the court might impose?
Yes.
Are you still living at the same house?
No, I did a change of address to not be close to the defendant because we're neighbors.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't hear you.
I chose to change addresses because I wouldn't be close to
So where do you live now in relation to your old house? How far away?
about 5 miles away or farther.
Okay, so, and there's been no contact with the family, correct?
No.
And the no contact order that was in place at the time of the incident, was that to both the complainant and his sister or just to the sister?
Just a sister.
Okay, but Judge, that's all I have. I pass it.
All right, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
First, before I ask my question, state, do you have any questions?
No, Judge.
All right, I have a question. So when you said that you moved farther away from the complainant, at the time before you moved, how close were you to the complainant?
We're neighbors.
Okay. All right, any questions, state?
No, Your Honor.
Just argument.
All right, the court will hear argument.
Judge, the facts of the case are such that I think I have a pretty justified self-defense case, but my client's been on bond and GPS for over a year. She hasn't had a violation. She has no criminal history that I'm aware of. And she's complied with all orders of the court and will continue to do so. She's made the effort to remove herself from any potential situations with the complainant and the complainant's family. And I think it would be appropriate in light of her lack of criminal history and the compliance she's shown to remove the GPS.
State?
Yeah, just as a point of clarification, I believe she does have a cruelty to non-livestock animal from 2015 that was dismissed for pursuant to deferred adjudication.
Okay.
That's the only Bheard County criminal history I'm showing. If you can give me a moment, I'll check whether she has any out of county history.
Okay, thank you.
No, Judge, that it looks like that's the only history that we can see on our file.
Okay.
The nature of this case, Judge, involves shooting the victim with a firearm. Obviously, that's a large concern for community safety. We appreciate that the defendant has seen steps to distance herself from the victim and the family, but obviously, as the court's aware of through the defense discovery request for past incidents, this has been an ongoing issue between these two families. So for the safety of the victims and the safety of the community, we're asking the court to keep the GPS condition.
All right, do you have any objection to tracking only?
Judge, she's already on tracking.
I think
If I could
she's on
respond-
partial,
Or partial.
but I'll hear
if
you
I could
respond.
To that.
Yes.
The thing I find interesting when we're talking about the previous incidents. The previous incidents are ones like the one I gave Jason, where the complainant's family are the ones that have a no contact order with them. And with my client and her family, not the other way around. So clearly, based upon what we have here, the complainant and his family are the problem. My client has removed herself from the situation. But I do think, she's been on GPS for over a year and hasn't had a single violation. She is a hardworking woman, and I think that I don't see any justification for keeping her on GPS based upon this cruelty to non-livestock animal. I don't think it's a justification. And she's been doing a good job, and she's shown herself to be trustworthy. I think a no contact order is sufficient. She's going to abide by it. She moved 5 miles away to make sure there weren't any further issue.
All right. All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'm going to reduce it to tracking only. Counsel, come back after Fiesta. And the court will, if there are no issues, then the court will strongly consider removing.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
All right. Fiesta, people get a little, well, we all know how Fiesta
That'll be
is.
the test.
All right, so State, have you made an offer in this
Judge,
case?
we're not taking an offer.
No, well, I always require that one is made. Has an offer been made?
I don't believe so, Judge. I can try to make one. I don't know if we've talked to the victim and family about it, so we'll try to reach out this
Yeah, I
week.
think we're waiting on the discovery issue first.
And see, Mr. Meyer, when people say they won't accept an offer, I asked an attorney that once and I said, so if they offer you a Class C, you're saying no. See,
Well,
there you
gosh, now that you put it that way, Jason, you want to give me a Class C?
go. Well, we don't know, but it has happened before, not with these
Well,
prosecutors.
accept a dismissal.
Yeah. All right, Ms. Ferguson. On this case, Lisa Garza, I need a 30-day reset. At that reset time, an offer needs to have been tendered and all the discovery needs to be complied with.
The 24th, Judge. April 24th.
All right, we're going to come back on April 24th.
Thank you, Judge. Be excused.
After she signs the reset form, and if you'll escort your client through that
Well
way.
then. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you then. Who's here on Lana Ganal?
I am, ma'am.
All right, this is PTD. Where are we?
We have filed the application for PTD, ma'am.
All right, don't be late for court anymore. You understand? Even though it was raining, I was in the rain, but I'm still here. Okay? All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a reset for PTD.
I can do the 24th as well.
All right, we'll come back on April 24th. After you sign the reset form, please escort your client out that door.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Epitome, Fano Mercado.
If the dog